broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everybody, and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. This is the after show for Chasing Life. Tonight's episode is episode 16, The Big Leagues. If you are listening to us on iTunes, make sure to rate us 5 stars. And if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to us. And also join the conversation on Twitter by finding us at AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm your host, Heather Joy Smith, and you can find me on Twitter at Heather Joy Smith. And with me tonight are my lovely co-hosts. Introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, I'm Kristin Strange. You can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange.
Hey guys, I'm Michelle Phi, and you can find me on Twitter at _Michelle Phi.
All right, so last night's episode of Chasing Life, we got reintroduced to Richie Miranda, and we also got a new character, Julian, who I just thought was so adorable.
He was, but he was kind of annoying too.
He totally was.
I'm not gonna lie, he was totally annoying me.
I liked that Richie Miranda came back.
Totally.
It was like full circle.
So cute.
He is so cute.
I'm not that interested. I don't feel that. I'm usually really attracted to baseball players. That's what he plays, right?
Yeah, baseball.
Well, in the fake life. But yeah, but not so much him.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
We'll get into him a little bit later because I definitely want to come back to him. But Julian is also a cancer patient, and him and April meet each other. You know, I guess he saw her in the little cancer group that they have, but she obviously never saw him. He's like, hey, I'm Julian. I saw you before. Oh, like... It was cute, you know.
He was very bold.
He's very bold.
When he asked her out, I was like, "You're too young for her. I don't even know how old you are, but I know you're too young for her."
He looked really young too.
At first, I thought he was like in 6th grade, but come to find out, he's like a freshman in high school, which is still really young.
Baby.
But I was like, wait, aren't you like 10 years old?
Are you allowed to date?
Which is kind of cute if a 10-year-old is asking her out.
Right.
And I like how she took it seriously though. Like, oh, I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I would have been like, sure, let's get coffee.
Right?
I have a boyfriend too, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Like, I can go out with you.
Yeah, because it's like a friendly thing. You're just like, yeah, sure, no problem. You're just a little kid. I'm not gonna worry about you. But apparently he's dead serious.
Yes, yeah.
And I love his way of thinking, where he's just like, you know what, I got cancer, screw it. If I want to ask somebody out, I'm going to ask somebody out. And that's how it's going to go. YOLO, exactly. That's how he's living.
To bring that turn back.
It worked out well for him. What was her name?
Amy Snow.
Amy Snow.
He said it like 500 times.
I know. How'd you forget Amy Snow?
I thought it was Amy Snow, but then I was like, wait, no, that's too easy of a name. But that's probably why it was. Amy Snow.
Yeah. I love that he kept calling her Amy Snow though. And April's like, if you want to hit it off with her, stop calling her Amy Snow.
Seriously.
It's not cool. Just Amy.
I have my friends that I call by their full names though.
I do too. I have like a couple where you just it just kind of works. Like their name is just really cool.
Funny.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people, but I always wished I was. I just have a boring name. I mean, I like Heather. You know, Smith. It's kind of boring. Anyways. So April also finds out after meeting Julian that she's cancer-free, which is yay! 2 months cancer-free. And I love the fact that she was like, excuse me, Mom, you need to leave the room because I need to talk to my doctor about having sex.
Right. It's kind of awkward.
I'm
sure her mom knew.
Yeah. Oh, no, she didn't.
No.
That was the worst part.
That was the worst excuse I've ever... Oh, yeah, my doctor's cheating on her husband, and she's...
Totally Grey's Anatomy in here.
Yeah,
that was the best part.
Totally.
Oh my gosh, when we saw that promo last week, I totally thought there was going to be more drama.
I did too. Right.
There was nothing.
There was nothing.
Nothing juicy.
Nothing juicy.
Maybe soon.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe it's like one of those things that they're setting you up for in the future. I forget what it's
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Yes, foreshadowing. There you go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But there was a little action going on in April's life with Leo this week.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
And once again, she has the worst excuse for her mom when Leo comes over and spends the night and accidentally, I'm not sure how accident like that was, but when he slept over and the next morning April comes down and gets caught and she's like, oh, we were just listening to music late at night.
The worst excuse ever.
Like, clearly at this point your mom knows.
Right.
Stop.
Well, I feel like she's also really close with her mom to the point where it shouldn't really matter. I
Yeah.
mean, I get that she's embarrassed about it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, you're 24.
Yeah.
Whose parent is going to think that you aren't doing that with your boyfriend? You
Well,
know what I mean?
feel like my parents wouldn't.
Really?
Well, no, I don't know, but we don't talk about it. But I mean, I feel like they're just like positive thinking that I'm not.
Okay.
But my mom also really wants a grandchild, so maybe she's like hoping for an accident. Actually, I know she is. It's like this weird. Anyways, I never lived with my parents. Like, I moved out when I was 17, so I never really lived with them, so I never had to like deal with like sneaking someone out. But I feel like I would have just like stuck them out at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's asleep. You guys are done.
Right.
So
But there gets to the point where you're just tired and you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like they're adults.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I don't
But she
know.
needs to have her own place, really.
She needs to
Like,
she totally does. And like, I feel for the girl because I moved out for college and everything, and like the year after college I moved back home. And like, I remember like if a guy wanted to stay the night, it was like, okay, there's the couch, bye. Like,
Right.
you know, you sleep over there, I'm way over here. Like,
wow,
no.
strict.
You know?
I mean, her and her mom are really close.
I know. I feel
I'm
like
just
if she was like,
saying.
"I'm sorry, Mom, we just had a sleepover." Like, you don't have to be like, "Hey, Mom, we were just having sex at morning."
Right.
Like,
You don't have to come out and
Right.
say it.
But like, also don't just like beat around the bush. Like, listening to music, we were watching TV,
Yeah.
we were just cuddling.
Yeah, and like,
Like,
her mom
we-
was like, you didn't get to the dishes, but I get it. You were just listening to music.
Yeah. I love how Sarah said that. That was so cute. Like,
Right.
she got it at that point.
And she totally could talk about it. April could be like, "Hey, Mom, that she'd be a good person to talk to. Like, I'm
Yeah.
nervous because we just went through this. Like, he was in a coma and I've been through chemo, and now we
Right.
really want to explore our physical relationship again." And her mom would be like, "I get that. And how do you feel? Like, how do you think how do you see this playing out?" And like, they
Really?
could talk about it.
She could be a part-time therapist.
yeah.
Let's go right here.
Apparently,
thought
you
about
could
it.
take Sarah's job.
Well, I've thought about just like charging my friends like wine and therapy.
Wine and therapy, that's nice.
Like,
I
here's
love
a
that
bottle of
idea.
wine, one for you, one for me.
2 for you.
And if you're doing the kind of therapy that Sarah's doing, like talking about what your blouse is going to look like tomorrow,
Right? I could
then
do that.
you could totally get away with this.
Like, girlfriend, if he got to stay on your blouse, you make him reimburse you for that. Go buy a new one.
I like her
I do
as a
too.
therapist.
Okay, so Miss Therapist,
I'll go back to school. Thanks. guys.
what do you think about Sarah then sitting down with Leo once again and kind of giving little therapy lessons?
I like it because, like I said last week, I think he needs therapy.
Yeah.
So, free.
Doesn't he have a therapist?
Does he? I mean, he's got Pete, but I don't know
Yeah.
how much therapy training he's got.
Yeah, I don't think Pete's a real
Yeah.
good therapist. I feel like he feels like comfortable around Sarah, and so he can go to her now
Yeah.
and say, you know, about his career and life, and she gets it because she's kind of living through it with April, I guess.
And I feel like some therapists are like hard asses. So they're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Sarah's more of like the nurturing kind of therapist
Yeah.
that like talks to you sweetly, and he needs someone like that. Some
Yes.
people need the hard, tough one, but he needs like a nurturing one because he doesn't get that with his parents.
Yeah.
So he needs someone that's gonna like nurture him and help him grow and help him see the light and possibilities and all that like stuff that makes you want to puke sometimes.
Yeah. I think we saw that a little bit in last night's episode too, where, you know, Bruce kind of just hands him things but doesn't nurture him at all, and it's just kind of like, you know, you're my son, I'm just gonna throw money at you. But
Right.
then there was that intern, I want to say intern, but he's not
architect.
the architect.
Yeah.
Thank you. The architect who Leo went to junior high with, who has this great job and getting to travel now, working under Bruce. And I felt like Leo really kind of felt like not sorry for himself, but kind of like, you know, like, well, man, that's where I could be right now.
Right.
But this is not where I'm at, and my dad's throwing money at me when I ask, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he has, like, everyone's dream of the easiness of getting money.
Exactly.
But then it's also like, well, he wants to do something with his life, and he's got no one back behind him supporting him, saying, you can do it. Like, this, if you want to do it, go for it. What do you want to do with your life? The opportunities are endless. They're just like, relax, here's money. Go, just hide. We don't want to hear from you. We'll send you money.
Hide. That's exactly what they want him to do. Just, here you go. Bye.
Yeah, stay in your penthouse. Hang out with Pete.
Interesting how that is. And I'm wondering, like, now that Leo is kind of on this, like, you know, thinking of he wants to maybe have a career or at least a job, a self-discovery, if maybe he'll come back to his dad and say something to him like, you know, why haven't you helped me with these skills? You know?
And I think he will, because I think he feels neglected.
Yeah.
And I think he has been neglected. And I think that eventually it's going to come out. He's going to blow up at his parents about, you know, you gave me money, but you never talked to me about things. You never helped me through things when I was having trouble. So I think it'll blow up eventually.
Eventually. I see it. So like we said earlier, we got to see a little bit more of Richie Miranda, which Michelle and I really don't mind seeing.
Well, I don't mind seeing him. He's not like bad to look at.
He's just a bad boy.
He's just not Leo, but
okay. So April and a coworker decide that whoever can get to him first and get the story has to buy the other one tacos for a week, which I think is a great idea.
A great thing. I would love tacos every day.
Tacos for every day.
For free.
For free. Delivered to your desk.
That's the life right there.
That's good service.
Much better than that.
Any better than that.
So, you know, April's always had kind of like the upper hand with getting around and getting to Richie. And so I think in her mind, she's like, this is a piece of cake. I got this. And I love her story, like, when she actually gets to the club, secret club, or whatever, the rich people club, whatever you want.
Basically what it is.
Basically what it is. You know, she tells the guy, he gave me something after the game. Like,
I like how she lies to get to everything.
She totally does.
It's so really funny. She's like,
she lied a lot in this episode.
What she wants.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like it hurts anybody. They're like little white
lies.
They're
little white lies.
Just to better her career.
Exactly. Right. And, you know, I thought that she actually was going to get the interview with him, like, and then he got up and I was like, wait, no, where are you going?
Well, it kind of looked like he hesitated, like he wanted to give her the story, but at the same time he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought I actually wanted him to tell the girl, like, no, like, I need to sit and talk to her, because, like, she did open up to him, like, she was like, you know, you basically saved my life. So, like, he kind of, it would have been nice if he also gave this to her, too. But at the same time, like, he doesn't need to, because she didn't really do anything for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of feel like now the fact that she saw him doing drugs and called him out on it. Yeah. I kind of feel like he's going to come back to her. I feel like that's not the end of this little, like, not relationship, but they're whatever this is.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
They're like working relationship.
Yeah, working relationship. I feel like it's going to somehow come back around where I don't know, he'll tell her things. I think.
Like he'll need her.
He'll need her
to make him look better.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I'm trying to say in a really roundabout way, because I couldn't figure out how to say it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I was really disappointed in the fact that Leo was joining him.
I know. Well, we don't know if he actually did it, right?
No, he did.
Well, he did. Yeah.
I was hoping that he did it.
Yeah, he did.
He did. He pretty much admitted it.
Yeah.
True.
And I get it. I mean, I don't get, like, I get it. But,
you
like,
get it?
So you would do this?
No. Really?
No, but I get it. Everybody's telling him, like, oh, you're going to screw up, you know?
Yeah.
If everybody is expecting you to screw up, it's, like, really hard to succeed.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, I don't know. I get him feeling that way. I think, though, it's a good, he did it, and now he's got April saying you can, so maybe it'll change him, but And no, he's got a great new therapist.
He does. Yeah. I hope this is a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't like a reoccurring thing, because that could be horrible for their whole relationship. And I really don't want to see this relationship end.
Not yet.
Well, didn't they essentially kind of sort of break up?
Yeah.
So,
kind of, sort of. I don't know. I think...
I never know when people break up unless you say, like, we are breaking up. I don't get it.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to be back next week and have a talk. Like, you can't do that. And then they'll be okay.
I'll be like, I miss you. And then she'll be like, okay, no more drugs. And then he'll be like, okay.
Okay. I could see it happening.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that. We also learned somebody else is also doing drugs, not hardcore drugs, but prescription drugs.
Greer.
And I feel horrible for Greer. Like, I see this episode that she's like really hurting inside, and that this whole her parents trying to control her thing has really gotten to her, and the fact that they're not even around half the time, but yet they want to control every single second of her life is kind of, I get her point of it being unreasonable. Like, is she really right to do all of it? Probably not, but...
Well, she did say she wasn't on her meds.
Yeah,
so
clearly.
That's what I don't get, though. Her parents are trying to control everything, but they don't care enough to stay in town long enough to hang out with her, see her, be part of her life. So why are you trying to control everything? It's like, they just want a good daughter that they can throw out into the world and be like, we did that.
Yeah.
But you did nothing.
Yeah.
Except for provide funds.
It's almost like when they are all together, they want to show off their perfect daughter. Like, look what we did. Yeah. But then...
she's like a prize.
She's
like
a prize, yes.
A trophy for them to be like, look at this great thing. And then just dump, like, when they want to go on vacation or wherever they want to go. And that has got to feel awful.
Yeah. I think this episode, we really got to see Greer and Kieran and Brenna kind of all break down at the little sleepover.
Yeah.
And really spill out, like, what's going on in their life and what makes them at this point. And, like...
Right.
Yeah. I thought that was really big of all of them to be able to be together. You know? It's like they're the youngest ones in the show and they act the most like adults.
Yeah.
I was hoping Ford was going to be
I
there.
was just going to say, I wish Ford would have stayed.
I wish she stayed, too.
Because I
kind
think
of liked it, the three of them.
Yeah,
though.
but I feel like Ford needs to see Greer kind of break down like that, because at this point they're still kind of frenemies.
Yeah, I agree. I would also like to see Ford break down too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, she seems like that kind of person that just holds everything in, obviously, and like lashes out at everyone in like really passive aggressive ways. So it would have been nice to see her actually sit down and like talk to them. But hopefully we'll get that soon.
Yeah, I think so. I think now that all of this is out in the open, I think that the four of them can kind of move forward together, I guess.
And then Brenna's thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That I did not see coming.
I did not
either.
see
I was
it coming.
completely blindsided. I think I actually went, oh my God, when I was watching TV. I was like, wow.
I was like, what just happened?
I had to tweet about it right when it happened.
I know I was going to, but I was trying to fast forward to catch up.
Yeah, I was watching it like midnight. I was like, no one's awake now.
Wow, I can't believe she was pregnant.
Crazy.
That's...
And Ford is like the only other person that knows.
Yeah. I wonder if that will come up ever again.
I think it will. Now that they brought it up this once, I think it has to come up again. And now we can kind of go back to the first episode and see where she was then and where she is now. And that kind of makes sense of why she completely changed.
And why she went off the rails in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Makes sense now.
Yeah. And Kieran, I'm sure, was like, what on earth?
Yeah. I'm sure they both were.
But was it Rosie? Rosie on his backside?
Rosie on his
his tramp stamp.
I wonder if the guy who got her pregnant will ever come back.
That'd be interesting.
Like, just check out. I mean, she said they were really close, so...
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll come back and, like...
And I don't think she said he knows about her abortion.
Well, he paid her, so I think he...
Yeah, he definitely knows about it.
That's what he was pushing for.
I thought he gave her money to take care of her.
to take care of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah. So he definitely paid for it.
Got it.
One-time payment is not taking care of it, baby.
No.
You right.
No.
You right.
You got 18 years,
Yeah.
buddy.
Child support. Back
That's what
child
Kanye
support.
West said.
Oh, gosh. One person missing this episode that I'm really sad, actually, too. Grandma and George.
Yeah.
I miss them. Come
Me
back.
too.
Grandma, yeah, she's so cute. Where did it say she was? Oh, right, she
High
was
school reunion.
Right. Yeah.
I can't believe they still do that at that age. I
Oh
mean,
my
not
God.
to be rude.
My grandma is like 85 years old, and she has a high school reunion
You know what?
almost every single year in Oregon. And the class, like her graduating class, was like 15 people, but they all still go.
You know, my grandpa goes to my grandma's high school reunion.
Yeah.
She's passed away, but he still goes.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, because he still goes, and he's like 85.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
It's so weird, like, to think, like, I didn't want to go to my first high school reunion.
Well, I haven't gone to either of my high school reunions, but I
You
think
had more than one?
I've had. Shut up. I had two.
Wait, did you have one yet?
No, no,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't think so.
You should have had one by now. but
Did you have a 5-year?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, we do
didn't-
10 year.
Yeah, we didn't have one of
Okay,
those.
so we did 5-year and then 10-year.
Got it.
But I think I would go to like the, 50-year, whatever.
No one's going to remember who you are at that point. They'll be like, you haven't been in the last 4.
That's true. Whatever.
She's like, they will know me when I walk through that.
I'm
door.
gonna walk through the door.
Hello.
They're gonna be
They
like,
know who
Heather,
I
remember you.
I was like cheerleader, guys.
I like that at my college reunion, maybe, if they have those.
I don't think they
I
do
don't think they
those.
have
No.
those.
No one's that close in college.
No.
Sorry.
That's true. I'll just make my own college reunion.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to go to my college graduation.
That was a great day.
Anyways, let's get into some predictions for next episode.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ooh. Kristin, would you like to start?
Let's go. It's not me. You go first.
Gosh darn it.
Michelle, I always go to Michelle
I
first.
always
She's
You
like,
got me.
yeah, so that's why I went with you first this time.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You passed it off to me.
after you.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. I predict that Greer will not go back on her medications. I think she will try to learn to cope without it and still be a good person. And I think something is going to happen between April and not Dominic.
Yes, I think so too.
I mean, that moment on the bench, like when he was giving her advice, but at the same time, like, he kind of knew her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she went and sat down next to him, and he was just like, okay, talk to me.
I also thought
Yeah.
it was very
You know?
strange how they were sitting, because he was sitting like that and she was sitting like this. I was like,
Body language
Body
is everything.
language.
I was like,
Body
turn
language
away.
is everything.
turn away. You guys
She
can sit
wants-
like this and talk like
She wants the best of both worlds, though. We've
I
talked
know.
about
Yeah,
this.
you're
And
right.
if he's not
She wants to have
facing
her cake and eat it too.
exactly.
Yeah, I think that I have a feeling that they're gonna hook up. And next episode, we saw her kind of like, she gets on a lot of, she's on some talk show for what the story she wrote. So I kind of think she's gonna crack under the pressure, and he's gonna be there, and he's gonna like,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna make out or whatever, or have sex or something.
Because, her and Leo are on a break.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
I
happened the
mean,
last
she
one with her
didn't
and
have
Dominic.
enough sex with Leo already.
She's got all those condoms.
You're right.
She went through them.
No, she didn't.
Oh goodness.
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of yours, because we do kind of see her under pressure with all the news, people and everything like that. I don't necessarily think she's gonna go that far over with Dominic.
Maybe a kiss, like a.
Maybe.
Like they're all
Maybe.
concerned.
Okay. He is gonna definitely come to her rescue only because he's there and Leo's not there. And I think it could possibly hurt her and Leo even worse. But
I think it could help them
I don't think
because
they're
I
gonna
think
break
it'll
up.
make him go, oh crap, like I need to hold on to
get
her.
my stuff together.
Yeah.
Like, you think like he's kind of like, oh, April, I have you, blah blah blah. But then if something happens with her, like, he's like, oh shoot, like, I don't have her. I need to reel this back in.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about you? Oh wait, was those for yours?
That was mine.
I'm like, do you have more?
She's like, that is it for now.
That's not enough.
Well, would you like me to keep going?
No,
I would like
you're
George
good.
to come back.
Oh yeah. I predict he's gonna come back. I'm just like sending that out there.
In some episode.
Wait, okay, so what do you guys think is going to happen with Julian? Just one last one.
I don't think he'll come back.
I
I don't
think he
want
was
him to
one
come
and
back.
done.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll see.
Yes, he was.
Everybody out there, make sure to tweet us your theories and predictions using hashtag ABTV Chasing Life. And you can find all of our lovely hosts on social media. Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Michelle Phi.
You can find me on Twitter at Kristin Strange and on Instagram at Kristin Aubrey Strange.
And you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Heather Joy Smith. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.